And Jason Parkin here with weather, but at this time we want to talk some great food. We're going to head over to the Wood Harbor kitchen with Winnie, talking gingered whisk. Have a look.
Welcome to Great Food. I have with me Jenni Ward, the blogger behind the Gingered Whisk.
Hello,
welcome. Now, I think I know why you called it the Gingered Whisk, but I want to hear it from you.
You know, it's really hard to come up with a creative title, so I went with just I'm a ginger. So.
You're a ginger, and that works. And do you like ginger, the spice?
I do like ginger,
well,
yeah.
That helps.
Yeah.
Good. All right, well, what are you going to make it for us today?
Today we're going to make a fruit salsa. Most people think about salsas, they think about chips and dip, but this is a really great thing to have and pair with dinner.
So you've got all these different kinds of fruits.
Right. This is one of my favorite things to make in the summer because it's fresh, it's quick, it's healthy, and there's so many different ways you can change it up and vary it based on the kind of, I'm not going to say a recipe, but it's more like a formula that you can use and make all different kinds of different fruit salsas.
Good. I kind of like no recipes. Formula is a great way to cook.
Right. I think that you need to have confidence in the kitchen and be able to just, you know, throw stuff in and have it be good. So.
Good. Well, I mean, it looks like it's good already because you're starting with great ingredients.
Yeah.
So tell us your formula.
Okay, so what we're going to do first is we're going to start with half a cup of bell pepper, and you can use any peppers that you like. I tend to like these really sweet mini peppers. I think they have kind of a milder, sweeter flavor that goes really well with this salsa.
Right. As we were talking before the camera started rolling, those green peppers can, you know, they're
they
good
have kind
on
of
pizza.
A bite, but if you like that, you can definitely use that here.
And you know, different colors are always good too.
Right. And if you would like to throw some jalapeno and give it kind of a spicier kick, you can throw some of that in as well.
That's great.
And then we have a fourth of a cup of red onion. I like red onion, but if you really don't like red onion or you like a sweeter yellow onion, you can use that instead.
Probably use green onions too if you wanted to.
You could definitely use a green onion. Just make sure that you mince those pretty well. You don't want like a giant bite of raw onion. That's kind of spicy.
Exactly.
So then we're going to use 2 cups of fruit, and you can use any kind of fruit that you want. I've got peaches and nectarines.
And they just smell so good. Fruits are, I mean, this is a great right now recipe.
Right, and you can really use anything that you want. There's some blueberries in there, some plums, whatever you find at the market, anything that looks good.
That is the most beautiful plum I have seen in ages.
You want them really ripe and juicy. When you're working with simple ingredients, you need to make sure that you get the best quality so that you get the best flavor.
Absolutely.
If your peaches are hard, you know, it's not going to taste like a peach.
All right. So exactly. It's going to taste like an apple, or it's going to crunch like an apple, but not even taste like anything. Exactly.
So then you want to do the juice of 1 lime.
Okay, I like what you're doing there. Tell us about that.
You roll it around and kind of get the juices flowing and help those oils kind of come out.
That's a great idea.
Squeeze juice everywhere.
Why not? It smells great. It's cleansing. So tell me, what do you specialize in? Do you have a specialty in your blog?
I don't have a specialty. My specialty is whatever I feel like eating.
There you go.
All the food that I make is what we've had for dinner or dessert. So everything that you see is what we actually eat.
Right, and you have kids, right?
I have 2 small children, so a lot of my recipes are kind of fast and fresh because, as every mom knows, as soon as you head into the kitchen to cook, the kids start screaming because they think they're going to die of starvation. So you got to really work. Okay, so after you put the lime in, you need 2 tablespoons of fresh herbs. Now, most people, when they think salsa, think cilantro, which is great, but you don't have to use cilantro. You can use other things as well. You can use basil, which is really good for basil goes well with strawberries, watermelon, peaches. It goes great with all things. What we're going to use today is mint, which maybe it's because the mint is going crazy in my yard right now, but I love using it in a fruit salsa. It adds a really kind of unique and interesting flavor profile. It's really fresh. I love it.
Super. It's the freshest thing. It's such a great freshness.
It's so good for summer.
And if you have extra, I'd put it in a julep, put it in a cocktail, a mojito.
We've been drinking a lot of Moscow mules.
There you go. That's great.
So you just want to kind of chop this up.
Well, tell me a little bit while you're doing that about, you told me you have this like bloggers challenge that you're part of every month where you do some really interesting recipes.
Right. Well, I started my blog back in 2009 when my husband started med school. It's kind of something to keep myself occupied. And one of the reasons why I started it also is because there was a group that I wanted to join called the Daring Kitchen, and they have monthly challenges for cooking and baking, teaching you different techniques and different cuisines from around the world. And so I love to make different things, sometimes fresh and simple, and sometimes a complicated 3-day recipe, you know, like a cassoulet or something like that, you know. So I
think I saw a cassoulet that you did, and it looked amazing.
Yeah, there's a wide variety. There's something for everybody there.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I think that's the way most cooks are. Some days they want to spend 3 days in the kitchen. Some days they only have 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially if you're a mom.
So that's it. It's really simple, and just mix it up and let it sit for like 10 minutes while you prepare your meat. Like I said, this is perfect for dinner in the summer. So you can pair this with grilled chicken is one of my favorites, or grilled pork chop is great, or a tenderloin, or you could even do like a fish.
Sure.
And I think that the ingredients in this also are so fresh and ripe that you don't really need a whole lot of seasoning for your meat.
Right.
Simple salt and pepper is fine. If you want to add some more spices, that's good too. But you don't need a whole lot, so then you just
and it's healthy. Did you even mention it's healthy?
Yeah,
I mean, it's super healthy, right?
It's a clean recipe. There's nothing in there.
Really, that is.
And this makes enough for 4 very generous size portions, and you'll probably have some extra for chips later on.
Absolutely, and you know, I would think that that would last a good, maybe a day in the fridge if you.
I've eaten it 2 or 3 days.
Oh, there you go. There you go. And so that way,
are good.
Yeah, I mean, or if you're going to be busy, you know, tonight, make it in the morning.
You can make it in. Yeah,
and it's absolutely
beautiful. It's fresh. It'll last for a while, and it goes great with all kinds of different things. So.
Yeah, that's great. One more thing I wanted to mention why I admire you is that, you know, not only do you, you know, have great recipes, but you curate really good recipes from other people. I follow you on Facebook because you will very often share a lot of really cool recipes that you found from elsewhere, and I appreciate that because a lot of bloggers, you know, sometimes myself included, you know, you're all excited about your own work, but you know, but when you have someone whose food you like picking other people's recipes, it's a great you're a curator, so it's really cool.
I'm always trying to find new things to make, not only to share with my readers on the blog, but I'm a big proponent of making a meal plan. I've got to have a plan, or otherwise we're eating pizza every night. We got to. So most of the things that I share are other things that I find that either I'm thinking about making, or I would love to make, or just look great. You know.
Right. Well, that's super. I appreciate that. So I just recommend following the Gingered Whisk on Facebook and go check out her blog because she really does have some great recipes.
Thank you.
So great to have you. Thanks for coming.
Thank you so much for joining me.
Wini Moranville always bringing us great food every Friday. Make sure you check that out on KCWI right here on Great Day. More stuff coming up, talking great events, stuff like that. People, music.